Titles of literary works are really a matter of great fascination. If the title doesn't serve the purpose, one will not be tempted to read a novel or poem or whatever. For that matter, in this short video, I will be talking about some fascinating, very interesting titles of literary works and identifying their sources from where these titles have been borrowed. Generally speaking, the one source which is considered to be the source for maximum titles for literary works is the Bible, from where many titles have been borrowed by writers. But today we will focus on some of the important works, the titles and the author plus the source from where these titles have been taken. The first is After Many a Summer Dies the Swan, is a novel by Aldous Huxley, and this title has been taken from Tennyson's poem Tithonus. The second is O Wilderness by Eugene O'Neill, American playwright, and this title has been taken from Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, Edward Fitzgerald's Rubaiyat, the translation of Omar Khayyam. Arms and the Man by George Bernard Shaw is another important title taken from Virgil's Aeneid, that is the source. As I Lay Dying is by William Faulkner, the famous British writer, and its source is Homer's Odyssey. Blithe Spirit by Noel Coward. Blithe Spirit is a great work by Noel Coward, which is taken from the poem To a Skylark by P.B. Shelley. Now, coming to another work, The Cricket on the Hearth by Charles Dickens, English novelist. The source is John Milton's Il Penseroso, which means the pensive person. Darkness Visible by William Golding is taken from Paradise Lost, written by John Milton, the epic poet. Dulce et Decorum Est is a short war poem written by Wilfred Owen, and it's taken from Horace Oates. A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway is another title which is taken from the University wit George Peele, who wrote a letter to Queen Elizabeth titled A Farewell to Arms. Fearful Symmetry is another great work by Northrop Frye, the Canadian critic, which is taken from the poem Tiger by William Blake. For Whom the Bell Tolls, again another work by Ernest Hemingway. Very interestingly, this is taken from a poem Meditation 17, written by John Donne, the leader of the Metaphysical School of Poets. A Handful of Dust is a very celebrated novel written by Evelyn Waugh, and its title is taken from T.S. Eliot's The Waste Land. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, written by the Afro-American writer Maya Angelou in modern times, and this is taken from Paul Laurence Dunbar's Sympathy. The Magic Mountain, celebrated magic realist novel written by Thomas Mann. Its title is taken from Friedrich Nietzsche's work The Birth of Tragedy. The Mirror Cracked from Side to Side by Agatha Christie. Of course, we know Agatha Christie detective novel. This title is taken from Tennyson's The Lady of Shalott. Nectar in a Sieve is a novel written by the Indian writer Kamala Markandeya, and this title is taken from S.T. Coleridge's work Without Hope. Of No Longer at Ease by another African writer Chinua Achebe is taken from T.S. Eliot's Journey of the Magi. Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, the title is taken from To a Mouse, written by the Scottish poet Robert Burns. A Passage to India, celebrated novel by E.M. Forster. Its title is taken from Walt Whitman's Passage to India. Tender is the Night by Scott Fitzgerald is taken from John Keats' poem Ode to a Nightingale. Things Fall Apart, again by Chinua Achebe, is Its title is taken from W.B. Yeats' poem The Second Coming. Vanity Fair by Thackeray. Its title is taken from The Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan. Waiting for the Barbarians, written by J.M. Coetzee. Its title is derived from Waiting for the Barbarians by Constantine P. Cavafy. The Wasteland by T.S. Eliot, the celebrated poem. Its title is taken from Jesse L. Weston's From Ritual to Romance. That's all about the famous titles of literary works and identifying their sources from where they were taken. Thank you very much.